Hello everyone, I'm Star and welcome back to more Sauna Drop Fall into Poison. Yeah, Kenji, that's his name. I almost said Keiji. Kenji's gonna tell us the truth of what he knows. He's going to be exposed. Himeno's entire body is currently being invaded by parasites. According to what Saginuma Reiko said, that breed doesn't normally feed off of their host, but they seem to be attacking Himeno. But this girl said that if I can get Himeno and I out of the Manten Aquarium, I might be able to save her because of the threat of the parasites only persists while we're inside the Manten Aquarium. Yeah, I get it. This girl's pretty sharp. That story is half right, half wrong. What? Half? What do you mean by that? If you escape this Manten Aquarium, the threat of the parasites will disappear, but the curse itself will remain. Little by little, the life energy will be drained from her body and she will weaken. That's not true. No, that's a lie. In my other I got the good ending in the first place, Kenji. Okay? We both lived. We went shopping. Until she succumbs and dies. Curse? Dies? So I can't save Himeno? I could have stopped my voice from getting louder. Kenji-san doesn't make an angry face, but he does answer in a stern tone. Calm down and let me finish. This is important, got it? I understand. I hold back my overexcitement as I wait for Kenji to continue speaking. This aquarium is a different dimension, created from the grudge of the murdered director and the numerous fish culled and killed here. So we got left the curse. Mayu-chan, you probably remember hearing of it as a parallel world, but it's another world created from negative emotions. It's a world created within the framework of Manten Aquarium. Grudges and energies from souls, those are terms, right? There's definitely some power at work we cannot see. Even now, science cannot prove exactly how our emotions are created, but the power from that is surely involved in the creation of this Manten Aquarium. I decided to call it the Red Manten Aquarium. You and I, and Himeno, and that girl there, all of us who have come here are cursed. More accurately, we were lured here by a wandering ghost. When the Red Manten Aquarium was created, it wasn't by just the murdered fish, but the souls of everyone who died here. People who died here? In other words, I could have become one of them. I have been in danger so many times. Even now, the possibility is still real. So basically, the day that Mari and the director died, their grudge spirit energy made people wander in, and then they got killed, and then their grudge stayed there. That's what I'm guessing. Even I hadn't made it to this point. I'm sorry, my cat is playing with a bag. Okay, I thought she was gonna eat the bag. She did not eat it, thank God. I might have not believed Hiyoshi-san's story. To borrow his words, having reunited in the Red Manten Aquarium, I could have seen it as a joke, but at first and lost my life without realizing how serious things really were. Something is luring us here. It may only be one piece of a bigger grudge, but for now, let's refer to them as vengeful spirits. In order to maintain their existence, they need energy. Here within the Red Manten Aquarium, they are constantly trying to supplement that energy. But what if we escape? They will lose their energy supply. If that were to happen, then the life force of a living human, in other words, the soul, would become their energy. What remains in our bodies would only last about a month. For example, even if we were able to escape, it wouldn't just be Himeno, but all of us would die within a month? And it's not just that, is it? Whatever it is, might contradict everything you've said, Kenji-san. Could you mean that before our life energy is gone, we have to come back to the Red Manten Aquarium? So that the things possessing us can take some more energy? Mayu-chan, you're clever. Kenji-san says this with an admiration, but he doesn't sound the least bit happy. Anyways, you're right, Mayu-chan. You know when it is we need to return, right? On the full moon! the day of the full moon, so the rumor Himeno heard wasn't necessarily mistaken. On top of that, the cycle of the moon lasts for about 28 days, so by coming to the Red Manten Aquarium on the day of full moon, we won't be killed by a curse. When there's a full or new moon, the Earth, Sun, and Sun are in conjunction in a straight line. At that time, the moon's pull is at its strongest. You've heard that this is when the ebb and the flow of the tides is greatest, right? Yes? Moreover, there are legends that say that the moon gives an illuminating energy to things which normally goes unseen. Whether this is to be believed or the more scientifically sound idea of the moon's effect on magnetic pull, the point does stand that the path to the Red Manten Aquarium is inaccessible on the day of a new moon. What Hiyoshi-san is saying has plenty of guesswork to it, but it's enough to satisfy me. However, it is because of the satisfied feeling that more questions begin to arise. If we can reach the Red Manten Aquarium on the day of a full moon, wouldn't more people have reached it as well? Yet that isn't the case, right? The difference is probably related to fate. People who are tied to the Red Manten Aquarium, or to the victims of the Red Manten Aquarium, are lured in as if they are guided by the guides sent for pull. Well, me and Mari, duh. I'm connected to Mari, the girl's connected to the director, her father. Himeno's connection is surely to someone pulled into the Red Manten Aquarium, me. Then why is Kenji here? If I think back on it, everyone has their own ties to Manten. Hiyoshi-san also mentioned an old aquarium he hadn't seen in some time. Hiyoshi-san who? I almost asked, but stopped the words before they come out. Back when he went crazy, he said a girl's name. Maybe it's better for me not to know. And I get the feeling that I don't want to know either. Yeah, I think you'll be safe. Kenji-san, how do you know all of this? My experience and my deductions, also filling in gaps with the fragments of information you girls have given me, Mayu-chan. Kenji-san heaves a small sigh and continues. Well, your guesses so far have been on point, though I'm not just trying to maintain my life energy, but find a way to break the curse. That's why I've come back to Red Manten Aquarium over and over again. Oh, so you have a curse! This time I had no luck either, but in order to have a next time, we'll need to get Himeno and escape quickly from the Red Manten Aquarium. And one more thing that you should know, Mayu-chan. You should know the truth of the murder that took place in Manten Aquarium. The criminal who killed the director was Saginuma Reiko. Huh? That girl. She's probably the director's daughter. Her primary motive was probably to learn the truth. It was most likely because she found the truth that Saginuma Reiko tried to kill her. Putting it like that, perhaps there could be no greater motives for her almost getting killed. Erasing her from this world, the ultimate method of shutting her up. On top of that, killing her inside the Manten Aquarium would mean no one would see it and no evidence would be left. If she really is trying to kill that girl, it's completely unforgivable. My anger is greater than my shock. A human killing even one person is a sin. I cannot be atoned for. Piling on other sins to conceal that first sin. Repeating such a cycle ensures such a person has no future. I turned to Kenji-san and speak with a firm turn. Compared to the cool way he told me all these facts, I probably come off as angry. I'm so sorry. I yelled even though you didn't do anything wrong, Kenji-san. After saying this, I realized that he probably purposely withheld any expression or emotion while he was telling me the facts. That's the difference between an adult and a child. Remember the way Kenji-san looked when he shoved Reiko? I emphasized with how enraged he must have been feeling. It's fine. From this point on, we'll have to be calm and make our decisions based on facts. So it's better to vent your anger now. Kenji-san says this with a stern expression. I understand right away that what he's saying is important, so I wait for him to continue. We should leave this girl here. That was not what I expected him to say. Huh? But that's... Even if you seem to have done what's good for her, her injuries still haven't healed. If we leave her, what will happen to her? Well, we went to all that trouble to rescue her. If that's how you feel, then why? Try to look at this from the other way around. At the very least, she received first aid. I don't get it at all. If we saved her, then we should at least... There are two reasons. After hearing what you told me, would Himeno-chan really be able to walk on her own? Well, we did kind of leave her. The zero physique it would be impossible for you to take Himeno along and escape. You would definitely run into danger. The only one who would be able to run or jump with Himeno on their back is me. What if I had this girl piggyback on me? That's the same thing. Surely, for example, if we were chased by something, you wouldn't be able to run Mayu-chan. He says all this so curtly, I can't really argue with him. There's one more reason. Do you think this girl really wants to run away from the aquarium? That's Mayu-chan. How much do you know about her? She's okay with dying if it means she can ascertain the truth. That kind of resolve isn't forged in a day. Surely this girl has been searching a long time for the identity of her father's killer. She's finally found it. She might have been knocked down once, but I'm sure she wants to face the killer once more. I don't know whether she wants some sort of remorse or some sort of public punishment, but having finally reached the truth, I doubt she wants to run away. If she really had decided to go do it alone, she probably wouldn't have even accepted the first aid we did provide. Those girl's eyes were probably done more than enough. Kenji-san's tone of voice is steadily becoming more forceful, so we finally reached the heart of the matter. It's time for you to make your decision. I won't force you. Do you want to continue? Yes. Then let's go together. We'll leave this girl here, go back to where Himeno-chan is, and the three of us, myself, you, and Himeno-chan, will escape together. 1 month from now, the three of us will have to return here, but I figured out how to get back in. I think it's a pretty reliable method. If the day of the full moon passes, in other words, when this day ends, the door to the real world won't open again until the next full moon. We don't know how much longer Himeno can last, so I think we should get out of here as quickly as possible. So basically, there's no time to think it over. Kenji-san nods silently. After a brief pause, he continues. Don't think of it as abandoning her, but decide based on what's more important to you. In other words, two choices have been presented to me. Can I save? Yes. Okay. What? But Mari's still here. What about Mari? Oh my god. I feel like this isn't it. I'll go with you, Kenji-san. We better get a good ending, because I swear I will hurt you. I'll go with you, Kenji-san, to save Himeno. The reason I was able to make it this far was because the thought of saving her kept me going. That's what I want to believe in. I understand. As things stand right now, I thought that's what you say. I can't understand. You have a strong resolve to save Himeno-chan. Yes, I've made my decision and don't want to face any further doubts. I'd like us to go, but please wait for just a moment. As I say this, Kenji-san, I squat down next to the girl on the ground. I take out the small keychain in my skirt pocket. The keychain was a starfish droplet. Mari and I, Himeno and I, surely this girl and her father, this is the shape these bonds take on. I think rather than me holding on to this girl should have it back. Her name is Sayo, you know. I close the girl's hand around the keychain and clasp both of my hands together. If I can, I'll definitely. Wishing was on my mind, I stand up. Sorry for keeping you waiting. You okay with this? The one who said we have no time was you, Kenji-san. I guess I did. Where's Himeno-chan? At the stage, inside a shed on the stage. From here, it'll be faster to go through the interior. You can pray that nothing happens to us on the way, but just in case, you should prepare yourself. Kenji-san, do you know the law governing the fixation of points here? What's that? It's a law that Gura and I discovered. If we use it right, we should be able to safely reach Himeno and escape the Manten Aquarium. As we walk, I tell Hiyoshi-san about the doors and the phenomena. It seems he hasn't learned the law needed to rebel against Manten Aquarium. He listens intently to my story with a serious expression. We leave the fish of the world booth behind. The moment of upheaval behind us, I can definitely see that our fate lies directly ahead. Himeno! Hey, Mayu-chan! I cried out Himeno's name just as we reached the stage. Since the world fixed corridor exists, does that mean we're safe for now? I ran quickly into the shed. Himeno is there, unchanged from the last time I saw her. You. Ugh. When she gets choked up, Himeno coughs up parasites. The number of parasites wiggling on the wet floor is even greater than what I saw a few hours ago. You don't need to say anything. I'm here to save you, Himeno. Himeno's deterioration has gotten worse. Her eyes are hollow. You could probably say her recognizing me is a miracle. If we had been an hour later, what would have happened? It's scary just thinking about it. Thank you. Himeno hangs her head, her breathing ragged. Let's go. Everything's going to be alright. If I touch Himeno, the parasites will probably try to attack me as well. Even so, we're going to escape. I can't run away from the parasites, though it's not the best solution. I have to choose what's more important. As I tried to land Himeno on my shoulder, Kenji-san intervenes. I told you, didn't I? If you don't let me carry Himeno-san, you won't be able to react if something happens. Kenji-san removes Himeno from the chair and lifts her onto his back. His sense of stability makes me believe that as he's so easily able to carry her, he could run with her as much easier than I could. Is she a bit heavy? Himeno-chan, you probably need to go on a diet. You're so mean. She's gonna get mad at you, jeez. My heart lightens up a bit as we joke back and forth. I felt tightness in my chest as I worried over Himeno's condition. But you seem pretty reliable. Tell me that again later after we escaped. Kenji-chan smiles at me and we leave the shed. I follow behind him. First of all, there's no need to worry. Let's see, come and get out of here. Following what he says, I run after him. Somehow we were able to make it back here again. Kenji-san. I have a bad feeling this is gonna give me a bad ending. Having come to just in front of the ticket gate at the entrance, Kenji-san stands shocked still. Staring far past the entrance gate, he says nothing for quite some time. Sorry, let's go. Okay. Bad ending, I can tell you that much. That's loud, that's super loud. Ow, my ear. As we step into the entrance, we are enveloped by a great light. I think that the light connects to two worlds. I have a feeling I got a bad ending. It really is the outside. Yeah. The place we enter is the genuine article, the real Manten Aquarium. The amount of people have increased, and we can hear the sounds of hustle and bustle. With Himeno on his back, and Kenji-san is attracting attention, so he moves her for the rest area immediately. I'm gonna go buy some drinks. Setting Himeno down on the sofa, Hiyoshi-san walks off towards the vending machines. Himeno! Himeno is lying down fast asleep. Looking at her face from the side, I notice something. The parasites are gone. They really were for now limited to that place. Looking at Himeno's healthy skin, I'm convinced even more than before. She's been saved, as I think that something wells up inside of me. Like I told you earlier, you can't let your guard down yet. Having returned, Kenji-san hands me a canned drink. It's hot cocoa. Kenji-san is holding a bottle of sports drink for himself. The hot cocoa permeates my body is sweet enough to smother the part of my heart that aren't yet whole. This hot drink is perfect for a building where the air conditioner is going full blast against the hot early summer weather. In contrast to me, Kenji-san covered in sweat, downs his drink in one gulp. Although I guess we should take a breather for now, giving the now empty plastic bottle a good spin, Kenji-san settles himself onto the sofa. There's a question I've been meaning to ask. Can I? What is it? My age? Ha! Well, that wasn't it, although I am just a little curious. How old are you, by the way? I'm 22. honestly thought he was like 26 or 27. How old are you, Mayu-chan? 15, I had a feeling. Himeno and I are both 15. We're in our third year of junior high. 7 years difference, eh? Well, what did you want to ask me? About getting in and out of the Red Manten Aquarium. Finishing up our idle chatter, I get down to business. It felt like it was not an entrance we passed through so much as we went astray in order to reach the Red Manten Aquarium. Coming back, we passed through an exit. What's the difference? Do you know, Kenji-san? At first I wasn't sure either. In the beginning, I also felt like I had gotten lost and wandered in. In the beginning? Then, Kenji-san, today you passed through an entrance to get to the Red Manten Aquarium? In other words, it's the general concept. I think the way we think about it is the problem. Can you give me more details? If I don't have more, I get the feeling I won't know how to get back in on the next day of the full moon. No need to worry. Like we talked about before, what you need is a connection. If you aren't rejected by the Red Manten Aquarium, then the way will open. The problem is the entrance. Thinking of it like an entrance and an exit is just an idea we constructed. So the door that connects Manten Aquarium and the Red Manten Aquarium is really in our minds. What do you mean by that? If I think of that vending machine as an entrance, then it will become an entrance? Is that what you mean? I pointed at the vending machine Yoshi-san bought me a cocoa from. I thought no matter what happened, we wouldn't get into the Red Manten Aquarium. It's still just too much for me to comprehend. If you are able to believe that from the bottom of your heart that it is the entrance, then yes. Anyway, the border between the world isn't by nature that distant. It isn't like the wall separating a house from the outside. From the moment we become aware of it, an entrance is created. I see. It's fine for us to think of it as a door or a ticket gate, even a window or hole. If it's not something like that, not be able to see it as an entrance. We would think it's strange to look at a wall and call it an entrance. Only a pure child could think of that as an entrance with all their heart. In other words, Kenji-san, what do you want to say is that because I thought this is the entrance, then any other way in aside from the aquarium entrance disappeared? Kenji-san nods and adds, yeah. If you don't acknowledge it, it won't exist. But as soon as you do, it does. Maybe ghosts are something like that as well. Anyhow, Mayu-chan, you should at least believe that on the day of the full moon you can get back and forth to the Red Manten Aquarium through the entrance. Yeah, I think the fact that we got out was proof enough of that. I take another sip of my cocoa. At the same time, I hear a loud thud at my side. Himeno! Sorry. It's the sound of Himeno losing her balance. In the beginning, I thought she had fallen into a deep sleep, but I guess I was wrong. Himeno is laughing, but her body, which I helped up reflexively, feels extremely feverish. Himeno, this fever, it's awful. What? Fever? I'm telling you, I'm fine. Huh? This man is Hiyoshi-san, right? Why? I'll explain later. Right? Okay, Himeno, right now, we better get you to a hospital. I'll call an ambulance. Hey, what? What's up with the two of you? Why are you so worked up? Yeah, I feel like I've got a fever, but I'm fine. Okay? Well, she doesn't seem in a bad enough shape to need an ambulance. Maya-chan, we'll talk in more detail the next time we meet. There should be a place nearby where you can get a taxi, so take Himeno to the hospital. Hospital? You're already weakening. It makes sense that you have a fever. Don't dawdle, okay? Kenji-san appeals to Himeno in a soft tone. There's no mistaking, Himeno has no idea what's going on, but she nods at his words. Here, for the taxi. Kenji-san, seeing us seemingly in agreement, takes a wallet out of his pocket and pulls out a 5,000 yen note. That's not necessary. Really, you shouldn't. You can pay me back in a month if you want. Isn't it more important for you to get Himeno-chan to the hospital right now? Go look after her. Even though Kenji-san is worried, he's not as worried as he was back in Red Manten Aquarium. That's right. Surely the moment her body weakened from her deteriorating condition, awakened, fatigue overtook her. Her high fever could easily be explained away as some sort of illness. Listen, I want you to promise me this. At the very least, I didn't lie to you. In 1 month, on the day of the full moon, you two definitely need to come. Around the same time as today, midday works fine. I got it. Really. Thank you so much for everything. Himeno was like, what the hell is going on here? There are many more things I want to say. Kenji-san who saved not just me, but Himeno as well. He gave us all this information back, that up with his actions. Huh? I don't really get what's going on, but what's with this atmosphere? Ugh. Look, you need to understand that your body is weaker than you think it is. You can get more details while you're in the taxi. Right. Kenji-san narrows his eyes and chastises Himeno. Watching Himeno actually get talked into something by someone else is somewhat refreshing. Well, later. We definitely won't fail. Right. Later. Kenji-san heads off somewhere before Himeno and I leave. So did I get the good ending or bad ending? Because I feel like I got the bad ending. Because I didn't save Mari, you know what I mean? There's a taxi stand on the basement level of the Manten East building, so we grab a ride from there. Due to her fever, Himeno cycles about, but unlike in the Manten Aquarium, it's not bad enough that she can't walk on her own. With one hand holding onto the railing, the other holding mine, she is able to gradually make her way on her own legs. I'm sure that when we get to the hospital, she gets an IV drip in her or something. So the rest should get better. Thinking back on it, this is the first time I've ridden in a taxi on my own. Sometimes my parents use one, but I usually just follow their lead and ride quietly. Raising my hand, getting in, telling the driver my destination, paying when we reach our destination, saying thank you. As we head for the taxi stand, I review the procedures in my head over and over again and tightening my facial muscles so they don't look down on me or try to take us on necessary detours just because I'm a junior high student. If Himeno wore my shoes, she'd be fine, but since it's me, I have to give her my all. It's not like someone would hear me from the inside the car, but I modestly raise my hand and call out. Without a word, the door opens and the driver calls out to us. That girl there, is she not feeling well? Alright. To head for the hospital. The closest hospital in the area is Manten General. Should we go there? Yes. As the driver prattled on, talking very fast, we sat down in the taxi's backseat. Himeno sat further in, and I took the seat closest to the door we got in through. Just as I had rehearsed in my head, we started off without incident thanks to the kind driver. I got a bad feeling. Oh, looks like we're on a date. Sorry. Despite that start boding well, we end up in heavy traffic. The Sunday night homebound rush hour. Wow, crazy. But I wasn't impatient, hoping it might get better as we sat in the car. Himeno, though her breath was ragged, was able to talk to me in the taxi. If this is crowded, wouldn't it be better for me not to go? No, it wouldn't. You might become faint like you were back in the rest area. Mayu, aren't you worrying too much? Well, it really was bad, you know. Oh, that's right. Give me the details. I don't remember much beyond the fact that I was being done in by bugs. I do remember you showing up and telling me it was gonna be alright though, Mayu. It's in this car that makes walking seem faster. I told Himeno what happened after I got lost in the Manten Aquarium. Most likely because we aren't talking to him. The driver turns the radio volume up. But that way suits us better anyway, so I decided to start from the beginning. Finding the fish corpse, the tank rupturing in the jellyfish booth. Being saved by Genji-san, hearing Mari's voice, reuniting with Himeno meeting the girl. The contents of the journal the staff member left behind, and the secrets of Manten Aquarium that Kenji told me, I tell her all of it. Having given voice to all of these things, I am able to put them in order for myself as well. We reached the point of the choice I had to make in the fish of the ward booth. When I tell my decision, Himeno's face changes. Driver, could you possibly stop the car here? Himeno clearly says this to the driver right in the middle of the congestion. Hey, Himeno! As you were talking, I thought that couldn't be. About Mari-chan, yeah, I think it's best to check when we go back in the month. It's hard to say, but it's probably because this is a conversation about dimension that transcends time. Himeno, if you talk so much, you'll get worse. Himeno ignores me and continues. But what about that girl? She's living in a time unchanged from us. Then Mayu, that choice, you shouldn't make it. I'm happy you saved me. I probably would have died, but is it really okay to abandon someone in trouble right in front of you? Oh, I knew it! I chose wrong. Oh. But it was for you, Himeno. I know that. I can never thank you enough. Out of nowhere, it's like you became my hero. It's not that I want to argue with you. I don't want us to split up like we did back there, but I just can't go on without saying something. Mayu, you definitely regret it. Himeno's expression in and of itself is a serious one. In her eyes, there's no color change, no hint of weakening. I sit there unable to respond to Himeno. Himeno smiles a bit, then continues. Mayu, if you're tired, then I'll go save that girl. Who that girl is has nothing to do with it. This time, I have to show you my good side. I think, no way. Her voice is so strong that it makes me wonder how much she could have recovered after that little rest. Me? No? Timidly, I touch Himeno's forehead. It's so hot, it makes me almost pull my hand back in reaction. It makes it easy to see just how much she's overdoing it. Himeno's desire is real, however, her will alone won't bring her desires into reality. Like going back and saving that girl, for instance. I'm sure she's wobbling from standing up alone. If Himeno's resolution is to come to fruition, then there's only one way to do it. Even though it involves going against my earlier decision. Driver, please stop there. I say this before all my thoughts are even in order. During a break in traffic, I spot the entrance to the subway station. If I take that route, I can get back to Manten Aquarium with no transfers. Mayu, don't worry, I can definitely rescue her and make it back on my own. That's not it. If you understand me, Himeno, then I know all about you. You're overdoing it. I'm fine, so trust me. The taxi breaks away from the traffic and stops to the side of the road. I leave Himeno the 5,000 yen I borrowed from Kenji-san and ask her, please take this girl to the hospital. I get out through the automatic door. Himeno pulls on the hem of my skirt and calls after me. No, why are you going alone, Mayu? Oh, if you were really that well, you jump out of the taxi right away, but you can't even manage that much. I'll go with you. Trust me, wait for me. I'll carry your concern with me, Himeno. Mayu, but I turn back to Himeno and I put my all into forging a smile. I don't want to go back to such a scary place. That's how I really feel. But Himeno said I would surely regret it. She's right. Somewhere deep down in my heart, I know it too. Kenshi-san is no longer there. I can't rely on him. I truly am fighting this battle alone. Even so, if it's for Himeno, I can't fail. Ice cream. We haven't eaten it yet, have we? Let's eat some together. Right. The door closes with a hollow slam, and the car returns to the flow of traffic. I gotta go. Without looking back, I run down to the subway platform. And I'm gonna leave it off here. Oh dear. Please tell me I chose the right answer. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to have to go through all that again. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one, so stay tuned, okay? Bye-bye.